More tourists and people moving to Montana means more traffic on the roads and more trouble on the highway.
I visited with a couple of troopers on the highway down between Livingston and Bozeman. They said they've never seen traffic like they've seen on the interstate there until really in the last year.
The population skyrocketed during the pandemic, something the Attorney General says state officials and the legislature couldn't have predicted. But we found out that's where change in trooper numbers has to start.
Adding more troopers is always an ask at the legislature. I mean, ultimately, they're the ones that have to appropriate the money and give us the thumbs up to add more full-time employees, whether it's, lawyers in the Department of Justice or it's highway patrol troopers.
This past session, Senate Bill 232 became law. Troopers' base salary comes from a salary survey that includes salary data from sheriff's offices and the Montana Highway Patrol. This law changed the survey to also include police officer salaries. That increased trooper salaries by 67 cents per hour, or almost $1,400 per year, $407,000 total in the budget for all troopers, but it didn't pass without criticism in the legislature.
But at some point, we have to stay on course. This happens, it seems like it's every session we continue to do the pay retention. And I just want to speak up and say, and believe me, I'm all about law enforcement, but at some point we got to let it fall where it falls. And if you choose to leave the highway patrol for better money, then that's your choice.
Some argued higher pay for highway patrol hurts smaller towns because law enforcement leave for better pay. The bill passed 88-10, but that doesn't guarantee support in the next session.
And I'm going to be a yes, but at some point, if I'm back next time, I'm probably not going to be a yes on this.
But the legislature is where the effort to get more troopers on the road has to start.
Why would you say there's sort of this hesitation in the legislature to put forward the money to address this issue?
That's tough to say. The Republicans have had control of the legislature for the last 10 years. I mean, obviously there's political pressure there to keep the budget as low as they can.
Knudsen points to housing prices as a barrier to the job, saying it's tough to afford a home in Missoula or Bozeman making $24 per hour. We did some research. The median hourly wage for all occupations in Montana is $18.20. Nonetheless, Knudsen says it's a money problem.
So it sounds like it's more so a budget problem as to why we're not getting more patrols rather than just people not applying.
I think that's absolutely true. And actually what's really interesting this year, particularly, this is our highest out-of-state recruitment year ever.
Of 277 applicants for the next class of troopers, 149 are from Montana. 128 are from out of state, mostly Washington, California, and New York. The reason, Knudsen says, because Montana is pro-law enforcement compared to large defund the police rallies in other states. Knudsen says he's cautiously optimistic going into the next legislature, saying he thinks they're turning a corner and recognizing the need for more troopers and how to get them.
I think the legislature is going to have to look into, probably some sort of budget increase. Maybe we might be talking about pay increases again. We might be talking about housing stipends.
In an effort to get more troopers on Montana's highways. Reporting in Missoula, Margaret Pfohl, NBC Montana.